You see, from a young age, I was always taught that the pursuit of art is a road to scarcity and little wealth, which is actually bullshit, because from what I observe, it's doing as well as anything that bases its structure on a business model. The real factor to scarcity and poorness comes from terrible design and positioning. Too much saturation, lack of demand, shit foundation, all of which, when rectified, will get you in stable footing. I've only taken drawing and painting seriously since 2018, so it's been about half a decade now since then without getting much payment. I did some commissions, but to close friends and familiar acquaintances only. However, although I have become educated and aware of the capacity for art being a viable business, I've never really seen it that way from the start. To me, art was always a study or craft more than anything else. An act of creation of things that immortalize people, make you think and ponder, or even as a form of storytelling. It is the idea that these works were derived and built by people of all kinds that give it beauty and meaning. And while AI art is but an extension or evolution of that, I fear it is easily corruptible to the bottomless demands of consumerism and hedonistic instant gratification. But all that means is that I have nothing left to lose. I never began a business in art, never developed it into a masterful degree since I had to spend the majority of my time allocating my efforts into studying and practicing medical technology, a field of study in which I had no interest in, to be speaking honestly. But, such is life. I guess you could say my focus and efforts were split. Compound that with internet addiction, and you have a recipe for disaster. Thankfully, I slugged through this little existential crisis of mine, and brute forced practiced art when I wasn't doing medical technology. Eventually getting good, attaining an appropriate or presentable level, and even finding a suitable medium for my stories, which was comics. With any sort of known prospects beginning to fade, such as commissioning, concept art, etc., I have decided to make my last stand. Wherein I shall do the art I've always intended to do. No more waiting, no more insecurity, no more sloth. To craft my stories and paintings as I envisioned them in my dreams and waking life. Prospects of fame and fortune have become kind of irrelevant. Hence, this channel shall serve as a documentary of my personal journey, the lessons I have learned and the skills I have developed. In a way, serving as sort of a personal art journal and reservoir of knowledge to my past self. Perhaps with this, I could provide something useful to others, other than myself, and not just some means of greed. As one of the lessons I've learned throughout life, to gain respect, I must also respect others. In this case, to receive value, compassion, and appreciation, I must reciprocate in kind as well, of my own volition. My name is Carl Michael, and this will be my mark. Overly dramatic, but might as well take the opportunity, at least fail in style. Until we meet again, thank you for your time.